Hey, how's it going, guys? VisualTrades here. So today we close the day at 36.84, and after hours we're at 36.85 right now. Before I get into the technical analysis, this is going to be a super quick video, macro outlook, as I'm used to doing with you guys. I wanted to give a little statement, just so you guys could get some clarity from me and where I stand in terms of this whole movement. I don't want you guys thinking I'm like, some irrational, video maker who's just in it to, get the big bucks out of you guys. I could really care less for the most part. But here's where I stand. So, one, I'd like to say I'm not an ape. I've never considered myself an ape. I am an investor. I had to learn this the hard way. Basically, what I mean is that, actually, it states right here. So I wrote it down. I'm just read it out. For me, remaining emotionless for myself personally is not to give myself a label in conjunction to one stock when there's a whole market. This practice is what makes you a good trader in general, right? Because you need to ask yourself, like, post this movement, right? After this movement, what are you going to do with this money? You're just gonna take this opportunity to blow it all because you didn't take the time to learn any technicals on the side? You need to ask yourself that question. I'm not advising you to, do anything. I'm just, it's just one of those things where, self-reflection is key in this. So I wrote, this practice is what makes you good as a trader. I do feel free to trade one stock, as I have been doing with AMC, along with multiple other plays I have on the side, so long as there's no emotional attachment to it. I wrote down right here, the movement of clarity in the market is what I respect the most about this, though, especially this movement. Emotions may lie in those aspects, but I don't let market corruption be the determining factor to seek revenge in the form of my own money. If it looks good, it looks good. If not, I move on. Me personally, I had to cut losses on my options. That's just the nature of the game. If I didn't cut my losses on my options, I would have been down 25% more. And that's just, that's what that is. I wrote down right here, revenge trading is a good way for me to lose money personally. So that's why I stay clear of mass hysteria, especially when, I see a bunch of, moon notifications. I respect everybody who does the cycle theory and the fractals. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone this far. But basing your trade off of, copy and pasting patterns, it's not, for me personally, the best way to go that route. But I do respect anyone who finds profitability amongst that route. And I also respect anyone who goes that route to, make the community better. But for me personally, I like fib, so, I'm making TA vids because I noticed overwhelming emotion within the stocks community. And I'll bolt this real quick. I'm in this to make money. That's it. I'm not here for the antics. So that should explain my stance on a couple of things that I had going on in terms of, those little short videos that I posted. But now let's get into the TA. So if you guys remember Friday, there was a sell-off based off of the Omicron variant that was present in South Africa that caused a fear dip in the market, and it affected our stance on the clarity of the movement going forward. As you can see right now, this is drawing the scale. As of right now, I drew the wick wrong. Here we go. That's the trend line. It's because I always change the time frames and they all get messed up, but it is what it is. But right now we're kind of teetering on this symmetrical triangle. We're leaning more bearish as of right now. And let me see. Wait, hold on. I drew these lines so wrong. It's supposed to go like this, and then that one's supposed to go right there. There we go. All right, cool. So as you can see, we're nearing the end of the symmetrical triangle, but the trend is leaning more bearish right now, especially with the market catalyst of the sell-off that happened on Friday. SPY saw a recovery today, and AMC effectively dipped down 2 more percentiles. Now, I can't explain that, prior to this market sell-off, we were leaning bearish in the first place. However, if you guys notice here, I have these trends that were drawn out from a couple of days ago, trading days ago. Sorry, ignore this side. Just look at here. Basically, we're trading within Fibonacci extension levels going to the downside. Right now, I need to delete this. This is it's bugging me because I drew it wrong, and I watched some fib videos over the weekend, and I just realized how wrong I was drawing my fibs. It was ridiculous. But moving to the downside, you guys know this right here. There we go. So the way you draw retracements is basically you go from the start of the impulse to the end of the impulse. And if you were going to the downside, it's basically reverse. So you go to the end of the impulse. I mean, on drops, the impulse is kind of reversed. So the start of the impulse is at the top, and then so on and so forth. So you would draw the retracement backwards. As you can see, we fell through the 1, which basically indicates a bearish reversal of the retracement. So in order to kind of see and gauge where you might be headed, what you would do is you would take a Fibonacci extension. You would take it from your bottom, come back to the impulse. Oops. I have this before. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the extension is already on the retracement. I'm stupid. So yeah, so the extension right here, I'm supposed to have these extension levels on the retracement, so that way when I draw them to the downside, you can see with a little bit of clarity. But it was 2 things that I had noted in loading my shares. One, at this 1.618 level, which is usually a powerful region in terms of rebounding when you're talking about retracement extension levels. It kind of played in conjunction with our trend line long term from August 4th, and we're still hovering over it, which is also a bullish sign. And I you know, you guys saw 3 days ago, I drew this rectangle a while ago, basically calling this the load up area. Because you didn't have much strength and much volume heading into this move. We saw the sell-off and extreme buying happen. We also saw a double bottom, which is a great indicator for some sort of reversal. And as you can see, something is starting to play out. Let me go ahead and draw a retracement because I'm kind of doing this off the fly right now. Let me go ahead and oops. I drew this wrong too. Goddamn. Hold on. What am I doing? Hold on. This is why I try to have them pre-cut beforehand, because I'm still trying to like figure shit out while I'm doing the video. Okay. Forget about the retracements for a minute, because I need more time to like actually look at fractals and back test things and think about it. I also drew this wrong too. This is so cringe. But anyways, but you know, based off of that extension level that I drew from a while back, along with the trend line that was forming from August 4th, I suggested that this would be a good load up zone before we get into this gap area, and so on and so forth. I don't expect any big major bullish moves in terms of the micro price action up until like the beginning of December, just solely based off of this fractal alone. I mean, you know, just from the looks of it, you know, it kind of looks like this downtrend right here. Not really too tripped out about it. Along with the conviction that I saw from the Elliott Wave guys over on the Days Discord channel. Let me go ahead and show you guys what he was talking about here. In terms of, look, I know nothing about Elliott Wave, but it just looked really interesting how he was talking about impulses, legs of weight, what's it called? Of waves. That will basically determine the price action moving forward intraday. But before I end the video, while that loads, if it doesn't load, it doesn't load. Okay, I'm not waiting for that. But before that ends, I would just like to say that in terms of the macro outlook, I would be looking for a breakout this technical symmetrical triangle sometime between the 2nd and 3rd week of December. Again, hopeful, you know, not calling all-time highs. You know, I stopped doing that like the first 2 days of me making videos because I just realized that it gets too many people's hopes up, especially if, you know, the fibs and the, you know, maybe getting manipulated. Who knows? It's all up for speculation. But hopeful for the second or third week of December to have some sort of bullish price action to push us above this last major resistance from the top of the symmetrical triangle. And the last thing I'll point out is that I noticed right here that we had 3 major touch points, kind of like similar to what we have going on here. This highlighted area is interchangeable. Just because of the fact that this all happened within the span of a week. Same kind of thing happened here where we hovered over it for about 5 days till we touched the bottom again of this trend line, and then we broke out through the technicals. So I mean, I would expect something to happen in December. I mean, it wouldn't be too out of the ordinary. Plus, you have in conjunction with those monthlies. I mean, not the monthly. Why did I call them monthly? Did I get that right? Look, man, I'm a newbie to options. But those December 17th, those options, I would not be surprised if, like, the day after they expired, there was a run. Composite man theory, man. What else can I show you guys? I'll just show you guys like just a little bit of something. We're still within this time frame. I don't expect this MACD to flip up until maybe the end of December 3rd going into the 6th. And that's on the daily chart. Maybe it'll give us a major push up. We're holding this trend line really well. And then the last thing I'll show you guys is these Bollinger Bands on pretty much all time frames. Again, this goes into my load-up theory in terms of the trend lines. We are technically still in a bullish trend because we have formed higher lows since, even though it doesn't look like it. MACDs are looking nice. The Stoch is getting ready to flip on the 3-hour. I would not expect this to show any major price action above this moving average line moving forward. I could go ahead and check the hourly. Same kind of action. We're still oversold. I would say that for me personally, if there was a week for me to load up on shares, it would be like maybe mid to end of this week. And just see where the price action goes from here. But until then, I'm playing COVID plays. I mean, Moderna's been looking good. Right now, I'm in a PDUFA play, and I bought 27 million Shiba coins, so that was funny. And then after that, I think I played the SVXY. It shorts the VIX basically, and I'm hoping for more reversal to the upside. So yeah, that's where I basically stand, guys. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.